Jerusalem, Al-Quds, the city of prophets, a land that witnessed the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, and Isa alayhi salam, a city that cried under oppression, until one man, guided by truth and humility, came to liberate it. It was the year 637 CE. The Islamic Empire, under the leadership of the second Caliph Umar ibn Al-Khattab, R.A., had reached the gates of Jerusalem. The city was under Byzantine control, but after years of siege and resistance, the Christians agreed to surrender. But there was one condition. They would only hand over the keys of the city to the leader of the Muslims, Amir al-Mu'mineen himself. And so Umar, R.A., set off from Medina to Jerusalem. But this was no royal procession, no army of guards, no luxury caravan, just Umar and one servant with one camel. They took turns riding the camel. One would ride, the other would walk. When they reached the city, it was the servant's turn to ride. The Caliph of the Muslims walked. Mud stained his clothes, and the people of Jerusalem were shocked. "Is this your king?" they asked. The Muslims replied, "No. This is Umar ibn Al-Khattab. This is justice in human form." Upon his arrival, the Christian patriarch Sophronius handed over the keys of Jerusalem to Umar, R.A. There was no bloodshed, no massacre, no forced conversions, only peace, justice, and honor. Umar, R.A., was taken to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, a sacred Christian site. When prayer time came, the patriarch offered him a place to pray inside, but Umar refused. "If I pray here," he said, "Muslims might one day claim this church as a mosque." He stepped outside and prayed on the steps, preserving the sanctity of the church forever. Umar ibn Al-Khattab, R.A., drafted a treaty known as the Pact of Umar, a document so just it guaranteed the safety, property, and religious freedom of the Christian inhabitants of Jerusalem. "Their churches shall not be occupied or destroyed. Their crosses shall not be removed. They shall not be harmed." This was not just a conquest, it was a victory of justice, humility, and humanity. Today, centuries later, the legacy of that day still echoes through the stones of Al-Quds, a reminder that true leadership is not in crowns or armies, but in the footsteps of a man who walked through the gates of Jerusalem, not with pride, but with piety. Umar ibn Al-Khattab, R.A., the man who conquered hearts before lands.